let's get into a real fight here. What's the best fight in the MCU?
Ooh,
best pound for
Just
pound
a
fight
fight?
scene? Fight scene?
I'll start. This is just me, like off the top of my head. Civil War, Iron Man, Winter Soldier,
Iron Man, Bucky.
America.
No. Yes, yeah, I like that. I love that fight.
That's a good.
I love that fight.
I'm gonna start there. I'm just starting there.
I love that fight.
That fight when they're going back and forth throwing the shield at each other. I'm sorry, that was like
that was dope.
That was top notch.
Whooping Tony ass.
That was top notch.
Okay. I guess another one also from Civil War, everybody versus Bucky. When he got out after it was like everybody versus Bucky. Like it was like nobody was staying with him until T'Challa came, and he was the only one that could go toe to toe with him. And that was
and then they started running after him in the tunnel. That was cool.
Yeah,
that's one of those. Yeah. Civil War when all four of them, when everybody's lined up, we're gonna keep running at them. We ain't stopping. That was a fight scene.
Damn.
The airport scene.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I would say for shock effect, when Thanos did fight Hulk in the beginning of Infinity War, you were just like, oh,
that wasn't even a fight.
I know it wasn't even a fight. You're right. You're right. Yeah, when Ebony Moss said, "Let him have his fun," I'm like, what are we doing?
I mean, there's a list here. We could talk about them if you
want. Bring up the list. I would love to see the list.
Quick diversion.
I don't want to bring it up because they might copyright us.
Okay. Well, let's.
But I can name them if you guys want.
Yeah,
me to.
yeah. Let's name them. Let's. Guys, we'll get to the comments after. We're to name some fights and we'll see what you got.
I'll go with. So there's 11 fights here. I'll put them in order. Or 10. I'm sorry. There's 10 fights. So we were just mentioning the Battle of Wakanda. Literally, I'm not joking. The Battle of Wakanda when Thor popped up. That's what they say is one of them. That's the 10th one. Doctor Strange versus Thanos in Infinity War.
Yep,
that was a pretty tough fight scene. That's a pretty tough fight.
Yeah, we saw some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Deadpool versus the TVA in Deadpool and Wolverine with the adamantium skeleton.
I mean, it
was entertaining.
It was
entertaining.
And then they used bye with NSYNC to go along with him.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
It was funny.
It was funny.
Guardians of the Galaxy hallway fight scene in Guardians 3.
That was good.
That's a tough hallway fight scene.
That was good.
That's where we started seeing the hallway fight.
I gotta watch it again, to be honest.
And it was like all one shot too. Like it was all one track shot.
The first time we got the hallway scene is with Black Widow.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying the first. It's where it's the one that I remember the most because I remembered that like there was a little bit of everybody. There was like Star-Lord was upside down with the guns and like there was a lot going on.
I gotta rewatch that movie, man. I gotta rewatch it.
Very underrated in my opinion because this movie comes up twice on this list. Captain America's elevator fight scene in Winter Soldier.
Oh,
the elevator scene.
Banger.
Yeah.
The elevator fight scene is a fucking
That was like him
banger.
and like 7 people, bro. Like I saw a lot.
Dude,
that was pretty good.
They hooked him to the fucking elevator by his arm with the thing.
With the magnet,
But dude, that's what
made
Endgame's scene more impactful too, is that the way he played that scene instead of like fighting it, it showed his experience. Like that's what was cool. It does play. Okay, I get it.
The next one is also Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So it's Bucky, Natasha, and Captain America versus the Winter Soldier on the street. That's a tough fight scene too.
Yeah.
Really good hand to hand. Really good hand to hand.
That's one of the best hand to hand combat scenes.
When the fact that Sebastian Stan practiced that knife technique, how he was tossing it up and going like this with the knife and everything like that,
that was
some
amazing. Cool hand to hand.
The next one is the MCU clash in Civil War where it was Iron Man's team versus Steve's team.
Yeah,
at
the
airport.
The airport fight scene. That's tough.
The ruse.
My name is. I don't think we've properly met. I'm Clint. I don't care.
I don't care.
I literally don't care. That was fucking dying.
That was good.
Spider-Man battle multiverse villains on the Statue of Liberty. Spider-Man No Way Home.
That whole last scene was wild.
It was kind of cool.
It was good to see.
It was the
it was fan service. It was definitely fan service.
But it's a CGI whole. It's a whole CGI thing. It's a CGI.
But I will say though, him fighting Green Goblin on the shield, like at the end, like he went in. That was tough.
Yeah. He was prepared to take him out. Like he was going to take that glider and smash.
Toby wouldn't
right
let him
him.
go. Toby, shout out to Toby, man.
Number two on this list: Iron Man versus Captain America versus Bucky.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my
Civil
fight,
War.
man. That's
a
fight
great
is just
scene.
epic. That fight is completely epic. I'm watching that tonight.
And then the fight, they actually had number one. Listen, I might argue this too. When Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America stood up against Thanos in Endgame, the first fight scene, that fight scene is fucking tough. Like Thanos whooped their asses, bro. Like all of them, he literally whooped them, bro.
But dude, they were doing cool shit. Like he was doing the thunder into Iron Man, making the beam.
Thor did the
like,
power up with the beam. Oh, bro, that shit is.
Dude, and then him picking up Mjolnir. It's true.
Yeah, it's a tough fight.
The Age of Ultron scene was good.
Actually, that last scene was really good.
And they didn't have nothing from Black Panther, like the fucking. That's also a CGI scene.
To be fair, though, the last Killmonger fight was not good. I enjoyed the Killmonger fight more when he threw Black Panther off the waterfall than I did the last fight.
Yeah, I can see that. Because,
it was just you could tell the CGI just wasn't. It wasn't
the CGI wasn't there. That's the only thing that I had to complain about.
Even though this fight right here was mainly pure magic, and it was like no way they was going to win because it was very one sided. Wanda versus everybody at the
at Kamatage.
Yeah, like she was straight bodying them left and right to the point where Doctor Strange and Wong was basically like, "Hey, everybody get back, get back."
As fuck.
It was the way she came through that smoke. And she's just like lit up in red, like she was on a mission, and she all she had to do was tell one person to run, and he ran and bumped into everybody else. I said that's a wrap after that. She got him.
You know what fight scene 2, and like I didn't like Iron Man 2, right? Like the Whiplash itself fight, I didn't like at the end, but the lead up right before the Whiplash fight when him and Rhodey are fighting like the drones. And the way that fight kind of turned out, and like he does the freaking the turn and chops everything off. I like that.
Yeah. Fuck, we forgot a fight too. Incredible Hulk versus Thor.
From
Ragnarok. That's a good fucking fight scene.
I wanted more. I actually wanted more. I wanted more of that fight.
Yeah, so did I, dude. I felt like we got jipped out of that fight.
Here's another one. Hulk versus Iron Man in the Hulkbuster suit.
Yeah,
that was a good fucking fight.
What about then if we're talking about Hulk versus Abomination?
Oh, wait.
Oh, dude, the gloves
stuff. That fight
gloves. That was dope.
It was. Yo, since that video game, dude, everybody wanted to see that shit, bro.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Good. I was telling somebody yesterday on another live I was on. Don't you miss when like comic book movies came out back in the day, and they would have the video game that came out with the movie, like the Spider-Man movies came out with the Spider-Man game and all of that. I wish they went. Could you imagine what an in-game video game would have looked like?
Like Marvel Rivals.
How many characters you could have played with at one time, especially for that big battle? Like that would have been crazy.
I'll tell you, that's literally Marvel Rivals. That is literally what Marvel Rivals is all fucking about right now.
Ultron fight scene on the subway.
Yeah. Let's get into some of these. So Ultron fight scene in the subway.
Okay.
Rick Flag in the elevator. Star-Lord versus Ego. I'm trying to remember that one.
That was a solid fight. It was a solid enough fight scene. It was okay for what it was.
How about this one's interesting? Spider-Man versus Green Goblin round 1 from like Spider-Man 1.
From Spider-Man 1.
Ooh.
It's a good fight scene.
When they were at the fair in the city, right?
But that doesn't count as MC.
But I will say though, I like the last fight better when Spider-Man went super dark and started like webbing them and like slingshotting them out the ground. Like that was pretty cool. Yeah. Strange versus Thanos, Hulkbuster versus Hulk, like you were saying, like that was a good fight.
Go to sleep.
Black Panther fighting Avengers in Civil War. What else we got here? Hela's army after awakening his power was also good. Thor fighting Hela's army. Oh yeah, when he jumped from the building and they were fighting on the Rainbow Bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna throw a fight scene that nobody's gonna talk about out there. I'm just gonna say because I really enjoyed it. I only know because I watched this movie multiple times. The final Shang-Chi fight scene with his dad.
Oh, dude, is that what? Wait, someone said something about the rings.
That's a solid fucking. That's a solid fight, bro. That's a solid. I mean, CGI like crazy.
Well, let me also even though, and I'm only saying this because this was my favorite character in the movie, was when Makari was fighting Icarus in The Eternals. Anytime she was on screen and doing her thing, that was my favorite. She was the highlight
best
of the
speedster
movie
in any movie.
Exactly.
You can't
they
tell me
did
shit.
amazing with the speedster.
I need them. Like I want to see the Eternals back just for her. Just for her.
Right. Like she was the best character in my opinion in the whole movie.
Yeah, she was great.
Doctor Strange versus Dormammu's hilarious.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. He beat him with annoyance. He literally beat him by being annoying. Doctor Strange turned into a 10-year-old child for like 10 minutes.
He was like, "No, let me go."
So Jose was talking about in No Way Home when he first turned Goblin again. They were fighting in the apartment building. That was pretty tough
when
too.
May dies.
That was
when they
May
killed
dies.
off
When May dies. Yeah.
They were literally going through the ceilings
damn
and the walls.
crime.
That was nice when he knocked him through that ceiling. I felt it's like a chill went through my body. A chill went through my body. I was like, he knocked him hard through that ceiling.
Yep.
I was like, that's crazy.
You know,
How could you kill that fine ass May though?
Marvel knew what they were doing there. They were like, we really want you to hate Green Goblin. We're gonna have him kill off hot Aunt May.
You can't kill hot Aunt May.
He did.
He did.
That woman's almost 60, bro.
Beautiful.
And
no, that's what I'm saying. It's incredible.
I dare you to say something.
Did y'all?
I was saying only good things.
Did y'all see her? Did y'all see her?
She needs to make a soap.
Did y'all? Ever heard of Old Bay? You call it Old Bay.
Oh shit!
Old Bay spelled B-A-E.
you got me, motherfucker.
Right? Oh, good one.
Bastard. I would buy that soap in bulk.
Dude, her and Salma Hayek, man.
Oh, don't talk about my Selma.
Don't
Don't talk about that.
She's a
fine
real
wine,
character
boy.
too, man. Come on.
That's fine wine, boy.